And hello, everybody. How are you all doing? Making sure sound is good, ready to rock and roll.
That draft took an unexpected turn.
Yeah,
I am devastated.
Gina's been boobing, but all is well. We are all still part of Team Shed Wars, so let the games begin. Are we excited? I know Yossi is very excited. What's up, Rems? Gear, Diggs, Bellyacres, Tony, hello. We are pumped about this year. It doesn't matter who team we ended up on. We're just stepping up our game. We're going to do a lot more foraging. We're doing a lot more fishing. We're going to take care of ourselves as much as possible without relying on the higher ups. And that's what Shed Wars is about right there.
Q gets it. Q gets it. I love Cajun hydroponics.
Yeah,
Danny is amazing. But I have been dying to be on Sarah's team for so long.
Yeah, it's that girl thing, you know.
We are soil sisters.
Yeah. We're all cosmic brothers and sisters as far as I'm concerned, though. So hopefully,
I'm Switzerland with all of this. Oh goodness.
No, that was pretty exciting draft, honestly. I know it's a gardening draft, but yeah, I thought it was quite exciting. What did you all think?
I think there's a lot of awesome channels involved this year.
Absolutely. 62, was that the count?
No, it was 60.
60 on the dot. Yeah, 60 people. That is amazing. John, buddy, I sent the link to you.
Oh, John's already threatening Arkansas Pilgrim.
Yeah, that's how he's gonna play it. That's how he wins everybody. So Team Will It Grow is basically already won because John's gonna penalize everyone.
Angie, I agree that John's opinion doesn't matter with that. I think Sarah is a frog.
Yeah. Well, I
Are you being Switzerland?
Peace. That's all I'm gonna say. This is a war. Yes.
It is a war.
This is a war. The real war. Yeah, we'll leave it at that.
The war is to teach people how to be self-reliant. And
Yossi, you have 59 friends here to help you grow and thrive. And I can't wait to see you cook from your garden to kitchen, my friend.
It's going to be awesome.
That's going to be so awesome. I need to hear a lot of chats already here, though. Yeah. Yeah, I wish I could bounce around like that. We have this, cut rate computer, which, I lost Sarah to John.
Yeah, you sabotaged us, Robert.
You know what? We're gonna try to do some tuna fishing and bring a 500
Yeah, we're gonna have to go some deep sea fishing. John, can we borrow your boat?
So are you captains coming up? Or are you hanging out in the chat? Like, I don't know.
Make me proud, he says.
We will do our best. That is for sure.
Robert, you can ask John what our square footage is today. I'm pretty sure that is physically impossible to do.
Yeah, we actually did. I think it's a little bit over than what we have, but I wanted to make sure I wasn't cheating or anything. It's like 280 square feet that we have, and last year we produced 430 pounds off that. Send the link in email, huh? All right, buddy. Let me here. You keep everybody entertained for a second, love.
So, like we said, though, it really doesn't matter. I know Q was crying too here. We had a little click going on, and yeah, they tore it up. I was shocked too. I was hoping Robert wouldn't let Sarah go for anything, but I get it. Him and Danny have a bromance. I think Danny would have given John a run for his money on his team, though, because he wouldn't have been able to do anything.
What the heck? John, I'm not finding your email.
You can send it to him on his phone?
Oh, I did. He asked me to send it to
Oh.
his email.
Yeah, it was rough, Q.
Now I gotta find his email.
It's all right. We still got her on She Warriors. So at least that much. She's gonna have to throw out some heavy challenges now.
Oh, it's right there. Yeah. Oh, I haven't.
I get it,
you
Robert.
In a long time.
I would have stepped up my troublemaking game.
Yeah, I think I got it right here. My phone's being ridiculous right now, John.
I can't see.
All right, I'll just type it out. Apparently, that's going to be faster than.
Oh, Danny, that's awesome. That is good to hear. Danny says, Mr. Robert, we will be picking up the pace this year. I didn't talk in the entry video, but added to the arsenal, got a fertilizer pump for the raised beds. We are looking to produce 3 times more than last year. That's huge, Danny. I know how many tomatoes you grew, and that's
John, it's huge. On the way, buddy. Yeah, it's on the way. That was the email. Apparently, I haven't emailed you since November. I think we exchanged numbers and we just started talking that way. Much easier than email.
Yes, a girl in the garden. If you want to join She Warriors, Sarah does have a video out on her page, which is the Big Blue House Homestead. And I'm pretty sure all you have to do is make an entry video and be a member of Shed Wars.
I think you just got to say you want to join. I'm going to try to pull that up right now for everybody. Just keep a lookout in the basement, dear. See if anybody's in there. Because I'm going to try to find the She Warrior.
Hi, Sarah. We were just talking about you.
Sarah, you are a mod. I'm trying to find your She Warrior entry video.
We have new She Warriors that want to join.
If you want to kick back, that's cool too. I'm working on it right now.
He's only been looking for 10 minutes.
No, I've been doing other things too. Oh, there he is. What's going on, Captain?
Not much. How you guys doing?
Shocked and awe for the last couple of days and the trades and everything, but good.
Yeah, well, join the club. I was actually shocked that Robert was willing to give up Sarah.
I threw a complete temper tantrum. Let me tell you.
I'm tickled to death. Sarah's
well, of course you are. Who would not be to have Sarah?
Sarah's awesome. But so isn't Danny.
Danny is just as awesome, but this was going to be my first chance to get to play with Sarah.
The only thing I'm scared about is the fact that you get to penalize Danny while you pat Sarah on the back.
Well, yeah, that's the whole genius part is when Robert first, when he kept talking about Danny, and I'm like, no, it's like I'm not giving Danny up. But then, like, the light went off in my head, like, I can suspend him anytime I want because he's going to
That's
get
what
himself
I was
suspended.
saying. Like, John,
and I'm like,
Robert,
it's
what are you thinking? Danny's going to give him so much trouble and he can't do anything to him.
Exactly. So it's like, yeah, sure. Here, take that swamp rat and give me Sarah. That's a genius. It was genius. Come on. You got to give it to me. It was genius.
Yeah. Sarah says she's not gardening this year.
Huh?
She's so upset.
Right here. There you go.
Oh, Sarah, you are gardening, Sarah.
She's adding stuff, and oh my God.
Yeah.
I mean, my strategy, it backfired on Robert, okay? Robert didn't think it through because he forgot that behind John, there's also the marshal. He forgot that.
Yeah.
For some
reason. You
reason.
tricked him again.
No, I didn't trick him.
You played that voodoo. Last night he was playing voodoo on his phone. Now you were playing voodoo with his head.
No, I didn't trick him. No.
All right. Like I said, I I got her on She Warriors.
That's all right. We also got Danny, who just keeps making more and more greenhouses, and he has his own river in the backyard, so he's going to be pulling out fish all year long.
Yeah, but the thing with Danny, that swamp rat, is he also has a big mouth.
Hmm?
Yeah, he's got a big mouth, and that big mouth of his. I actually, my strategy this year towards vacation hydroponics might not be so many suspensions, but more penalties.
Oh boy.
I think that will hurt him more and tame him more than suspensions. So
I think so too, Robert.
yeah. But,
Maybe that heat stroke syndrome that John suffered from last year in the John Keeney.
Lori says she's turning in all of her weights in grams.
Yeah.
Lori.
You are gonna have your hands full still,
Yeah,
John. Let me
yeah.
tell you.
Oh, look! I'm prepared for cosmic cultivators. Actually, one guy that I don't feel bad for is Arkansas Pilgrim. I did see him in this chat earlier.
Yeah.
Arkansas Pilgrim, watch out.
Oh God.
See,
Guys, don't make him go black and white screen on you.
Yeah.
We need pounds this year.
Yeah, watch out for the black and white mode. I pointed that out in the video earlier that you saw.
No, but the thing is Meatloaf. He did it to himself, and I've kept quiet up to this point, but he'll see.
Yeah. I know we got to step up our game this year. That's for sure. Just for our own personal goal,
You guys are
1,000
gonna be
pounds
awesome.
is a lot.
Oh, Sarah wanted Guy on her team too.
Yeah.
It's all right. We're all on the same team at
Exactly.
the end of the day.
That's what we need to keep in mind.
It's Team Shed Wars.
What the team should take into consideration, I mean Team Shed Wars, is we have an 18,000 pound marker to beat from last year.
Check yeah.
That's what we need to concentrate on as a whole.
Let's go for 30.
Yeah, I want 36,000. Why not?
Yeah, 18,000 pounds as a team total last year. It came down to like 500 pounds between the two teams. Literally, it was close neck and neck. It was like 17,000 something, 18,000 something for Team Willow.
Ego reps.
Yeah.
So we're saying we were aiming for 1,000 this year, which is twice what we grew last year. Now we're gonna have to pump it up to 1,500 at least.
I don't know. That's a lot.
You have to start putting some potatoes in the ground.
What's your best year, John? You said that last year you got like 500 or something.
Yeah, 500. Yeah, my best year was 2 years ago. I went to I was 870 pounds or something like that.
Wow.
Oh, so that's gonna be a rough goal.
Yeah,
it was like
you have like 30 beds. So
I had like 30 beds, yes. So I went from 26. Yeah, I went from like 26 raised beds down to like 10.
Yeah.
But I am bringing 10 of those raised beds back to life this year.
Yeah, you were saying that.
I gave him a 2-year break. You got to rest your soil if you have the option of resting your soil.
Or you got to have super soil, John, and then you don't need to do that.
We still got a lot of secret weapons up our sleeves.
Well, all I do is I take those beds that I've been putting to rest, and any fish scraps, I just keep adding them to that bed. And those beds have been sitting for 2 years with a lot of fish scraps.
Yeah.
Danny, you're going to have to. He says, I guess I'll have to run for general to keep the marshal straight.
You know what that takes. You need to put the swimsuit on there, Danny.
I'd love to see it. I actually, I'd love to see that swamp rat put on that John Keeney and actually do a belly flop into his river right in his backyard.
That would be hilarious.
I'd love to see that, you swamp rat. You want to be general? There you go. Put on a John Keeney and do a belly flop. Your 360 pounds belly flop into that river, the bayou. You'll probably kill 10 crocodiles. You can weigh them.
Hey, there you go. Yeah.
And boom, there you go.
Tom, you have a great night. Hopefully those storms aren't that bad, and
Have a good
please
one,
don't
buddy.
send them this way.
Yeah, keep them all
Keep
up
them
there,
going north.
please.
Good night, Tommy Sunshine.
Yeah, we when like I called you earlier to talk about the square footage. We have like 2 inches of water in our backyard underneath the 5 inches of snow. So it's gonna be a while before we get out there.
Yeah, my yard, there's a section of my yard that's pretty, it's flooded. Like it gets no sun, and it's got like 3 inches of pure ice.
Speaking of troublemakers, here's a troublemaker right here. she's a bad apple. This one is.
She is an official Team Willow Grove member. So see, Courtney, see what's happening with Sarah right now is she's having what's called a pre-draft shock. Which is normal because
Pre-draft shock.
yeah, pre-draft shock is what it's called. Like Courtney yesterday had a pre-draft shock, and Courtney today is totally awesome of being a member of Team Willow Grove. And I can promise you, Sarah, after she gets a good night's sleep, maybe she has a
This
few
is Shed Wars. Old associations don't exist here. You are now jellyfish or frog. Go frogs.
I thought we were toads, but yeah, tomato, I guess.
No, John calls us toads. We call ourselves frogs.
All right.
Well, you guys say a jellyfish, but my members, they are Portuguese man of wars.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
they will remind us of that too when we remind them that it's jellyfish.
I gotta come up with a shirt idea.
They're Portuguese man of wars, and they will sting you.
Yeah.
They're like floating bags.
It doesn't matter what they are.
They don't even have tentacles.
They can ruin your day pretty quickly. Trust me.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
if you walk up and touch it.
That's why I stay out of the ocean, so you jellyfish can't affect me.
Yeah, no, I don't go in the ocean. John, I don't know how you go in the ocean. It's scary. Scary stuff out there.
What's going on, Tony?
You got seals, you got sharks. Forget that.
Well,
Piece of seaweed touches my foot, and it's like Jaws is out to get me.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. Speaking of funny, I can't wait to hear the nickname you have for this one over here.
Yeah, see, Janice is saying that I'm already driving Sarah to have a few adult libations. Sarah, I totally agree. Look, Sarah, here's to you. Have a couple of adult libations, and you will feel better in the morning, Sarah. This is pre-draft shock, is what it is, Sarah. You'll be okay tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
Well, Angie says bag of hot air.
Angie is in here.
Of course she is.
Yeah.
Hello, Angie.
I'm pretty sure we got at least 30 Shed Wars warriors in here.
Honestly,
now.
John, though, all things aside, like I cannot wait to see what people do this year. Everybody is stepping up their games. Everybody's got big plans.
Yeah,
and
everybody.
Just going to be an amazing season to watch.
Even Gail. Gail is like, yeah, I'm stepping up my game too. I'm going to add this and this and this. It's like, yeah, you go, girl. Like, that's what's great about
Joe.
Shed Wars is like, what's going on, Joe? Sorry we missed your live. We, the
draft was happening.
The draft was happening. But that's what's great about Shed Wars is it drives you to do better for yourself. And last year that came completely true for us because we exceeded our expectations.
Yeah.
So who knows? Maybe we'll hit 1,200 pounds this year.
Yossi's still in shock. He just keeps saying I'm a jellyfish.
Yes, Yossi, you are a jellyfish in a concrete apartment that you're going to do great. I have full faith that you're going to be doing great. You've got all of our back support, whether it's Team Willow Grove, whether it's Team Aquarius. We are all here to help you. So
yeah,
you're going
Absolutely.
to do great.
He just got to grow vertically.
Yeah. Plus, he's got the poop troop too, and a lot of us are, on Shed Wars.
What's up?
I mean, how you doing, Robert?
Howdy, howdy.
Hey, everybody.
That was a fun draft, guys.
Look
Thank
at
you.
the toads, Courtney says.
Ribbit.
We are going to have some fun this year.
Yep.
We are.
Oh yeah.
It's going to be the best Shed Wars year ever. Oh,
100%. I'm getting tingles, you know, like.
Garden State Gardener's doing the poop troop salute.
Yep. Poop troop salute.
Poop troop salute. And one thing I would like, just before we get on to, sorry, Robert, but I wanted to get this out there, is on the weight aspect of it, right? When Shed Wars first started, and I started actually keeping track of my weight, which a lot of gardeners don't do. They just harvest, run. They don't keep track of their weight. But the 800 and something pounds that I harvested from all different vegetables, onions, garlics, peppers, pumpkin, squash, you name it, zucchinis. If you take those 800 pounds of product and you were to go to the store and you average, okay, if I was to buy 800 pounds of vegetables from the grocery store, what would it cost me? It would cost me over $3,000.
Yep.
To purchase 800 pounds worth of vegetables at the grocery store. And this was back 3 years ago. Never mind now where you're paying $2 for a stinking bell pepper.
Yeah. Yeah. Or what was it, $1.40 for a white onion at our store? One onion.
There's Abby. Hey, Abby.
What's going on, Abby?
Welcome to Team Aquarius.
Hello, Abby.
Yeah.
boom.
Yeah. Boom.
Hey, we're going to have to step up our game, okay? All gardeners are heroes, okay? And this year, with the prices of everything going through the roof, and it's going to be a mess, y'all. Let's grow some food. Let's teach people how to grow food. Let's teach our neighbors to feed themselves.
Yeah.
Let's enter into partnerships with people.
Robert, I can't express that point enough. Today I was on my Baker Creek site on Facebook.
Oh,
This lady went to Lowe's today. She got 6 tomato plants and 8 spice herb plants. Cost her more than $100.
For under
9,
2
10,
dozen.
12. Yeah.
Yeah, we're just starting in there, okay?
So every time I take a sip, she could see that.
Yeah.
Okay, look, y'all. It's painful enough that I had to give up Sarah to get Danny back. He picked people that he knew he would hurt me with, that he knew that I was happy to see going to be on my team. It's painful enough. Okay. I lost Sarah, but I got Danny back. Danny is my man at arms. He is giving John trouble all year long. He doesn't stop. Big Blue House Homestead has got a lot of troublemaker in her. She's great. She's awesome people. I hate I lost her. That's what that's going to mean now. Okay.
And Robert, what she probably is going to be more pissed off than anything else or upset is that you didn't really put up much resistance, just like you didn't put much resistance yesterday for Bunky either.
I had to have Bunky.
Huh?
I had to have Bunky. Oh, sure, I'd like to fight with you and everything about all this stuff, but if
you had to have Bunky, but you didn't resist for Courtney. There was zero resistance for you to get rid of Courtney.
But it's Bunky. It's Bunky. Shed Warrior
Bunky
against
is
you.
a hard one.
Yeah.
Bunky's growing some food. Courtney is an accomplished gardener, and she's going to do you good. And I hate to lose her. I had a winning team picked out. Now it's more a little bit even because you've been cheating your way to winning every year. And I was going to make it a good year this year. Well, you messed me up. And I think I was suffering some heat stroke or something over here, you know, because it's hot. I don't know what's going on.
Oh, let me guess. Your phone yesterday was your phone was getting heat stroke. Now it's you getting heat stroke on the second.
Yeah, probably cheat stroke. Probably cheat stroke is what I had from all your cheating and the stress on me, you know. I'm older than you. We're going to need all Team Aquarius members to double up on whatever you think you can do. I need to see, you know, if you were going to grow 1,000 pounds like Cosmic Cultivators, need to see 2,000 pounds. Right.
Like I said, we got to go tuna fishing then.
John, we need your boat.
Yeah. Come pick us up, buddy.
It's
We're definitely
going to be a fun year. It's going to be a fun year. Plant food, grow food. You know, I almost started a prepping channel whenever I started up with YouTube, but I decided not to go that way. It's crucial. I mean, it's life or death going to be for people. They're not telling everybody what they need to know. Okay.
No.
People are going to be caught off guard, and I don't see how, but they are. And we need people growing food wherever they are. In apartments. Hugh and her mother and Kaylin Strain, they're leading the pack out there, and they don't have the ideal growing conditions. But Shed Wars is about everybody growing food, no matter where they are, making something happen, showing other people. I would love to see apartment complexes, everybody growing food, and in any way possible, tearing up their green spaces and putting down food instead of grass. I would love to see that. It's going to be a fun year. And these live streams, I'm not the big live stream personality, you know. That's more John. And get up there and do all this fancy stuff. And, you know, but he come up here and I had to come up here. I hate it because he's going to be running his mouth. Oh, he run his mouth constantly, that boy.
What are you talking about?
I'm sick to death.
I was telling the truth.
Lewis says
Telling
he's
the
got
truth.
some tricks up his sleeve.
Yeah, I saw that comment where Lewis is already saying he's got some tricks. Lewis, I can't wait to see the tricks you got up your sleeve. I can't wait to see it.
And he was talking about skinning animals and everything on the live last night. So.
And Where to Begin said that she brought 30 plants to the store to sell, and they sold out.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
It's awesome, but it's not awesome.
It's scary in a way. Like,
and here he is, Belly Acres #3. Yeah, he's in here. Kerry, he's in here. I'm glad that I got you, Kerry, and I got that meatloaf Arkansas Pilgrim in here at the same time.
Yeah, and I'm glad that I got him on my team, Jack Wagon.
Yeah, listen. So, yeah, exactly. Listen to what you just said. They're on your team.
That's right. They're on my team.
SHEDWARS22. There's going to be an introduction to the marshal, and I'm going to make an example out of 2 people.
Oh boy!
Oh boy!
See, it's already starting.
I'll tell you what. I've got a little trick up my sleeve this year, John, and I'm going to be picking out some people that I think can work with me and carry these jobs out. I've got some very important missions for people this year. With you penalizing or penalizing people on my team and charging me weight and everything, I'm gonna get back at you. I'm gonna get back at you.
It's been 3 years coming, Robert. 3 years.
Yeah, we're gonna have.
Ain't gonna happen, Robert.
Yeah, we're gonna have some secret missions. That's all I'm gonna say.
Well, you do have some toads over there.
If you can come up with some creative ideas but I mean, my team members are so strong that they don't stumble easily. So you can throw out whatever challenges you want. My team will be prepared for anything you throw at us. Trust me.
Your team is going to be dazed and confused with your behavior for the first half of Shed Wars.
Well, they might be. Some of them might be, but two of your members are going to be very confused. That's what the hell just happened. It's only day one into the season.
John, Carrie is on the truck. That's Jilly that's talking to you.
Well,
I'm
well,
just letting you
well, Jilly. I'm sorry, Jilly.
Jilly is the main grower over there.
You tell that husband Carrie of yours that I got a message for him coming real soon.
If I still had Sarah on my team, you could just go ahead and pull a blanket over your head and go to sleep, because that's,
Well,
it would have been done.
Well, you don't. You gave Sarah away. I didn't even have to work hard. You just
yeah, and that's why Yossi keeps saying he's a jellyfish. He always thought he was a polar bear, and now he's a jellyfish.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, Yossi's impressing me. This young man. I say young man. This guy in Israel is joining us, and he's going to show some people some stuff about how to grow out there.
It's honestly, Robert, like you said, it's the kind of gardening that we need to teach the world.
Yeah.
That they can do it anywhere, even if that means you're growing it inside your house.
I mean, we like to show people that you can grow in literally anything, from tires, swimming pools, to refrigerators, and the newest thing coming up in this season that you captains know about. That's going to be very interesting.
I mean,
the whole shipwreck idea that we have. Have I not told you yet, Robert?
That's going to be fun. I can't wait to see how you make that happen. That's interesting.
Have I told you, Robert, or no?
I'm not sure. I heard you mention something about shipwreck.
Almost everybody already knows.
Well,
shipwreck garden. What do you call it?
We inherited a sailboat, and I'm turning it into a garden bed.
Oh, that's going to be awesome.
And my idea is to get cattle panel, cut it into sails, and we're going to grow everything up the sails.
Dude.
Yeah, that's going to be a fun one to watch. Absolutely.
I've got some cattle panel ideas coming too. I'm planning on some beans growing up, some stuff, and some other things that nobody's ever seen. We'll see how well they work here. But that's awesome. A shipwreck. That's awesome.
Yeah.
It is awesome. It is awesome. It's going to be interesting.
Little Swiss family gardening there. I like it.
Pretty much. Growing anything, we will.
Yeah, that's what we're trying to get across. Is like, you find something on the road, use it.
I found a video one time of some people that are in, I want to say it's Israel. I'm not sure. My geography is not 100%, but I want to say it's Israel. And they were taking things to another level, because it's a different world in places outside of America. And they're recycling everything. It's like the Philippines, where they're doing everything in the world they can to survive. But these people are doing aquaponics. They've got an aquaponic system going inside a building. And they were using these thermal rest mattresses. Okay. They take a old thermal rest mattress, and somebody had the idea to use that as the growing medium to hold the seeds for a hydroponic garden. And so in that thrown away thermal rest mattress, they had enough growing medium to start thousands and thousands of plants to feed these people in the city. And that's awesome. And I can't wait to see your sailboat going. People, it's important this year. I know, and I get preachy, but it's important that we're being self-sufficient. Yeah. Because we're into an era where everything is going to be going up exponentially, and it won't go down. Okay. It won't go down. It's going to get tough. And so the more we grow, at least you've got food. Okay, that's important.
Yeah.
I'm a hush up now, but
That's why
yeah,
I think it's just as important to have people like Tammy this year, Rebel Canners. Like
Yes.
that
She's
asset
key.
alone is,
Yeah.
she's got so much knowledge to teach people how to preserve.
Yeah,
the
she
harbor.
said earlier in one of her, she did a live earlier, and she was in there with gardener Josh, and she said that she's not that great of a gardener, but besides not being that great of a gardener, is she's learning and she's willing to learn, but her knowledge of preserving the
Yeah.
food is, I think, is just as important as actually growing the food. Because if you don't know how to preserve it, then you're basically either going to waste it or you're going to be giving it away.
Yeah, it's equally as important as gardening,
I
because
totally agree.
if you're not like Ragnarok and have a family of 11 children where you're constantly eating all the food, then you need to learn how to preserve that.
You need
So
how to preserve.
it is
Yes.
equally as important to learn to preserve as it is to garden. Now,
And
we're here to help Tammy with the gardening aspect, and she's here to help us with
That's
the canning.
canning. Yes. I mean, guys, I can't tell you what a pleasure it is to say, when my wife says, John, I'm going to make spaghetti tonight. Blah, blah, blah. She goes into the pantry, grabs canned spaghetti sauce that I made, and boom, she dumps it in there. It's fresh, it's preserved, it's all fresh. We want hot sauce. Go into the pantry, yep, there's still 5 bottles of hot sauce that I made left. Boom, put our hot sauce, our own spices. Some of the spices that I'm still using, that actually I was going to contact Angie from Abundant Acres, is Angie sent me an awesome package of dried spices. I don't know how many people she sent it out to, but I was fortunate enough that Angie sent me a package of that. Those spices are amazing.
Yeah.
Of dried spices that she dried herself.
Yeah.
And boy, those things are good. And we're down to our last bag. And I was actually gonna contact Angie and say, hey, do you still bake those? Do you still have them? I'll buy some from you.
Yeah.
And you can't beat it. You can't beat it.
So, Caitlin, I highlighted this because that is a form of preserving, and we're all here to help you as well, especially Tammy.
Yeah, you can. I mean, if you can't pressure can, you can. Almost anybody can water bath can. It takes a little more time, but
yep. And dehydrating, same thing. We dehydrate here, plenty of stuff. So, just as long as you're setting yourself up for success when times are harsh, it's just as good.
But is it pressure canning is mostly when it comes, if you're pressure canning like meats, from what I understand?
We haven't really gotten a whole lot into the pressure canning yet.
Nor doing meats. We're kind of intimidated by doing meats.
I think meats. I think meats is where you really need the pressure can. But if it's something that it's not like protein, like meats, I think you can get away with just
water
bathing.
Yeah.
Yes, I think so. But I think the real pressure canning, I think it has to do with more like meats, I believe.
Angie says meats and beans.
Okay, yeah, something to do to that nature. Where other things, if you want to pickle peppers, other potatoes, I think you can get away with just hot water.
It looks like Carol has a little bit of knowledge here to share.
She says non-acidic items get pressure canned, and yes, meats.
Okay. Oh, yeah, something like. Oh, I was
that knowledge.
Yeah.
Okay.
Everybody has a little piece of knowledge to help one another.
That's why it's so important for us to congregate to one area.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Rebel canners, they will teach you. She will teach you, Tammy, anything you need to know.
She even knows how to can cake.
Yeah, she's doing the banana cake in a can. Like, I cannot wait for that. That's gonna be crazy to see.
Bellyacre says meat is easy.
Yeah, it's more or less intimidation, really.
What we mean by meat is not cooked meat. We see a lot of people that are doing raw meat.
Yeah. Like Tony in our cabin in the woods,
Yeah,
he'll sit
Tony
there and
does
throw
it.
a couple chicken legs, chicken breast. I think he does it dry. Yeah, he does dry canning. So he'll throw all the meat in there and then he'll pressure can it, and boom, he has a meal for him and his wife whenever he feels like having chicken.
Yes, but
It's easy
that's
stuff. You just
yeah.
got to learn the right way to do it, and it's easy stuff.
This
Not
lady
that
right
serious.
here is another one too. I'm gonna click on her, but
Where to
she is
begin?
another person that knows how to can very well. And I've
Yep.
learned a lot watching her videos.
It's up
Yeah.
there. It's just
Janice,
When
yes, she also does good stuff.
I was nervous the first time I started canning, okay? When I started selling pickled quail eggs a few years ago, it was nervous for me to lock that pressure canner down and say, okay, here we go. Fixing
Yeah.
same thing with
blow up
this
the
one.
house or whatever.
Yeah.
But knowing how to preserve your food in many different ways, okay, is incredible. Now, here's the thing. We've been preserving food for thousands of years, not just lately when we've had a pressure canner and electricity or anything like that, or glass jars. And Rebel Canners is famous for showing some of those ways. The group of people that she has around her and her community and the food preservation community have so much to teach people. And we're talking about dehydrating. Now, the price of food's going up, and beef and all that kind of stuff. I'm fixing to make beef jerky. I'm going to be going out and getting some cheap cuts of meat. And now cheap cuts of meat are expensive. I'm going to be making a bunch of beef jerky to put away.
Robert, buddy, you can do that with Hamburg as well to save yourself some
That's
cash.
right.
Yep.
That's right.
Okay.
And I've heard about, and I've seen the videos of people holding on to their, putting away their hamburger. And from what I see, it's about like beef jerky too, but they got little grape nuts of ground beef that they just want to eat out of the jar. It's so good. But there's stuff that people can do, and we want to show people that. And I cannot thank everyone enough for joining us and putting out your special knowledge, your special geography, whatever your special situation is, because that'll give other people other ideas for what they can do.
Yes.
And Yossi is with us, okay? He's a new gardener. He started a channel just for his gardening, okay? And he said something in here. He says, I don't know anything, basically about gardening. Well, I'm going to tell you what, Yossi, you know one thing, the most important thing, and that is you need food to survive. So you're going to do fine. You're going to learn. And anybody starting up gardening for the first time, it has got that number one thing. They know that they need food. Okay? That's all you need to know. So learn from people and put stuff in the ground. Let it fail, because you're going to learn the most from failing.
It's so true.
Those failures is going to be your best learning things, and then keep pushing through them. That's all I got
right now. This is Yossi's new channel. Please go subscribe to him and help him along his journey, so he can teach us how to cook everything we teach him how to grow.
He could be the leader in his neighborhood. Okay, Yossi, I'm proud to have you. I would love to see you inspire gardeners all in your neighborhood, brother.
Click on his right there.
I just want people to be able to see the link.
Okay.
Yes, absolutely. And also, if I can answer a question that I saw pass quite a while ago, is Lewis Marshmallow, whatever his name is.
Oh, that's his nickname.
Yeah, I can't pronounce that name. Let's just call it.
I can't pronounce it either.
Lewis Marshmallow. He asked, he has garlic in the ground. Will that count towards the SHEDWARS22? Lewis marshmallow, yes. When you harvest it, that does count as weight for your SHEDWARS22. So just wanted to get that out to you, Lewis.
I can't wait to see if my garlic survived the winter.
I like that. Lewis marshmallow. I like
Yeah.
that. Yeah. There you go, Lewis. You got yourself a nickname.
Before us, even. So, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes,
Lewis.
Yossi does have another channel as well. It's Yossi in the Simple Kitchen.
Yep.
Yeah.
I really cannot wait for him to make his first kosher meal from garden to kitchen. I can't wait. It's going to be amazing for him and all of us.
And
That
Q,
should be
you're
fun, yeah.
absolutely right. Container gardening is totally different than growing in the ground.
Yeah.
The best part about it is you create your own soil, which you can build that up to as good as you want it to be.
Yep. And any way you want, as we found out with potatoes last year.
Yossi, you can also watch some of me and Chris's videos last year. We mainly container garden, and I grew 3 heads of cabbage in a 5-gallon bucket.
Yeah, 4 pounds of cabbage in a 5-gallon bucket, Yossi.
It can be done.
Yeah.
If you follow permaculture people, you can find people in Israel, in parts of the Middle East, that are growing their food. There's one in particular, and I wish I could think of the video's name, but there's a lady that has been slowly building a Garden of Eden in, I want to say it's Israel. And her place is so impressive. And you talk about when leaves fall off of her trees, they instantly become gold to her and they become compost. And she's managing her water in incredible ways. Using olas is just where, or oyas, or however you say that, it's just where it starts. But her place is out in the desert, in the sun, amongst rubble of previous buildings too. And she's building. They'll take the stone, they'll take the rubble and build up garden and build up soil. Every year she builds another foot or 2 feet. And the people in her community help. She's been doing this for decades. And that's the kind of thing that we need to see. You know, we've grown so used to having things so easy and having things at our fingertips. And it's not going to be that way in the future. Y'all just get ready for it.
Complacency. That's what it is.
Yeah,
Robert.
complacency. And you know what, though? People are a product of their environment and the times that they are born into. And it's not something that you can help. They say a lot of times the greatest generation was the World War II generation. They just happened to be born during that time. And for my parents, it was you grow, you work the farm, or you starve to death. Yeah. And the parents, the grandparents, even the kids had something to do. My mother was out there picking cotton when she was a little bitty girl. Yeah. They were all picking peas and picking whatever. They went to work and they come home and they worked the land, because if they didn't, they would starve to death. And you know, I don't want to be a downer. It's just real life. Okay. I have learned that the more I get back toward that kind of living, the more money I save, and I can do different things with that money. And recently, with the turn of events I've had in my life, with the heart attack and everything, that's put me into a different category. And if not for those things of getting back to basic, simple living, you know, that's what saved me during these times. So I know what I'm talking about. I'll look at the stuff that I did back in the past, like planting fruit trees. You know, there's a good example. People will say, well, you know, I don't want to plant a fruit tree. It'll be 15 years before, you know, it grows fruit. No, you want to plant it now. You want to plant 10 of them now. And you want to start more fruit trees by seed so that you can give them away. Is because what we leave behind in people is how we're judged of our success on this earth. So grow fruit trees and start them so that you can give them away, so that people that you don't know that will be here after will have something to eat. Leave something for them. That's
I
truly
saw a quote the other day. Let me say it before I forget it. That just reminded me of what you just said, Robert. It says, a man truly understands the world when he understands that he needs to plant a tree that he will never sit in the shade of.
yeah. A society grows great when old men plant trees under which they will never sit.
Yep.
It's a quote that I think about often, and it's impressive when I see people able to hold on to their kids close to their hearts and families and teach them these things, because these are the trees that are going out into the future. They'll carry their parents' teachings with them, and that's impressive. I get preachy, y'all. I get preachy, and this kind of stuff means so much to me.
It really is.
That is how you leave your mark on this planet. Instead of having billions of dollars, and I built this empire and I built that building.
You can't take it with you when you leave. But
that's exactly what Johnny Cash said. You can have my empire of dirt. Here, keep it, take it all.
That's right.
Because that's all it is. At the end, it's just all an empire of dirt.
Yeah.
Yep.
But if you're actually leaving your successes in life.
Well, Johnny Cash was talking about his fortune and fame.
Yeah. I mean, leave trees behind, bushes, you name it. And knowledge, knowledge is the most important thing. Yeah. Like this year, my dad was going to teach me how to grow his way from back in the day. It's once it's gone, it's gone.
Yeah.
It's great stuff. And we're going to have so much fun this year.
Yeah.
We're going to have so much fun. I'm fixing to take my bobber and some worms and go out there and catch me some fish and show John how you do it.
You had to throw that word bobber in there, did you?
You know what? You know why? Because that reminds John of bobber sitting there floating on the surface of the water. That reminds him of what a jellyfish is. It really is just a floating bag of air.
Yeah.
Right? Right? Who was it that said? I don't know who said it, but it was great. He's a floating bag of air. There you go, John.
Was it Angie?
You know who I could picture here in the chat actually fishing with a stupid bobber?
Me?
Gina.
Well, other than Gina, I could totally picture Gina tossing a stupid little bobber out there. It is, for some reason, I can picture Ragnarok. I can picture him with a stupid little bobber and his little worm and tossing it into some kind of little puddle that you guys call ponds or.
I think you got the wrong impression of Ragnarok. All I see is a spear flying through the air, impaling a fish, and him going dinner served.
Nah, I think I could totally picture Ragnarok with a stupid little bobber. Let me catch a little minnow.
We might get our boat registered this year so we can actually catch some decent fish. So
go for it, man. Go for it.
My boat's ready to go.
Well, I know that, but
my fishing gear is ready to go, and you're not going to see me with a bobber either.
I love bobbers.
That's the only reason why we do that is if you go fishing without a bobber offshore, you're catching seaweed for 6, 7, 8 hours and nothing else.
Not to mention the price of hooks are getting freaking ridiculous.
What did you just say? Fishing offshore?
Yes.
Yeah.
I know you don't have to fish offshore, but some of us do.
Yeah. We fish offshore. We don't have a boat.
Even when we registered the boat,
but
that is not an ocean-sized boat. That's
when I go. when I go fishing, I go fishing with a usually I go fishing with at least an 8-ounce jig.
Yeah, that's the way I
Right to the
used it.
bottom.
Yeah.
I was gonna say you're probably like way out in the ocean though when you use.
No, about 60 to 100 feet of water. Not too bad.
Yeah, not too deep. or
We're
anything.
like, cast out into maybe 15 and it's 14, 13, 12. Oh, wait, I'm counting. Sorry.
John,
Yes, sir.
you're a jellyfish. Okay.
I'm a Portuguese man of war. I'm a Portuguese man of war.
are a bobber. You're this little thing floating on top of the water, and you got your lines down in the water, open to catch a fish. That's a bobber.
That is a bobber. Robert, that's a good point.
Yeah.
That's a bobber. Yeah. John the Bobber.
Portuguese man of wars. Portuguese man of wars
like this.
don't eat fish. Portuguese man of wars don't eat fish. They eat plankton.
They eat plankton.
Yeah.
They don't eat plankton. They eat fish, and they try to eat
they
little kids.
They eat algae.
That's the
They
thing.
sting little kids on their legs.
Ask Angie what Portuguese man of wars eat. They eat algae. They just float along the ocean where the current takes them, wherever they go. But once they sting you, they'll hurt you.
No.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't even think they have a mouth.
No, they don't eat fish. They eat algae.
They eat algae.
Plankton, algae, whatever the hell you want to call it.
They don't eat plankton.
Well,
the hell's wrong with you?
To, disagree with you.
Dig says they do eat fish.
They eat fish.
All right, we're gonna have to ask the mighty Google gods.
No.
They're this spineless sack of air that bobs on top of the surface, and they send down their lines to try to catch a fish, going wherever the wind blows because they're spineless, doing their thing, floating around on top.
That is not what I heard. I'm not very educated on Portuguese man of wars, but that's not what I heard.
We need to put you some casual geographic on there. And
here we go. The Portuguese man of war is a predatory species. It uses its feeding tentacles to sting and paralyze small fish. I don't even know what that word is. Oh, crustacean and other invertebrate. So
that's what he eats.
Fish, you eat crabs and snails and.
Okay, so even better. Okay, so Portuguese man of war is a very powerful. It's actually
you have feeding tentacles.
Let's not beat a dead bobber here, John. Not that powerful.
It's actually one of the deadliest jellyfish.
The humans,
yeah.
They just sting a little bit.
So this is a question for Robert. When does it start exactly? I know you say go ahead and get going, but
I'm not sure, but I think what we're going to do, let's just say it starts officially when we start Shed Wars, okay?
2 weeks.
So polish up your hooks, make sure you got your stuff out there, because this is Shed Wars.
And your
every
bobbers.
kind of fish counts.
Make sure your bobbers are, well.
And your bobbers.
I got a light up one you'll love, John.
Yeah, she has a illuminated bobber.
Oh,
I almost jumped into the ocean last year to save it from going down.
Yeah,
that's right. Fishes and loaves life is right. The box jellyfish is the most dangerous jellyfish on the planet.
True, and it's one of the smallest too.
Yeah, one of the smallest. And that's another way that Australia wants to kill you. The box jellyfish are extremely dangerous, and a lot of people get hurt, and there's some people die. So after Carol and I get traded, Sarah, I'm sorry. I'm not sure exactly what you're talking about. I am sorry.
What is Sarah still crying in the chat? Sarah,
I love you. You're an awesome gardener and an awesome lady. And I'm gonna tell you what, I'll learn a lot from Sarah.
Sarah,
when she makes a video.
Cheers, Sarah, cheers.
Oh, she does not want to be a bobber.
Probably a giant glass of wine right now. I guarantee it.
She's probably got the box. Just...
Oh,
I'm gonna tell you what. Sarah,
shut up, you little bastard!
10 pounds penalty right there for John.
Yep, 10-pound penalty. Boom.
He just cussed. Everybody's seen it here.
Yep.
That's 10 pounds off your weight right there, John.
No, that's not a
Yeah.
swear.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
That's
yeah.
not a swear.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The PG-13 is right up here in the corner. So, yep.
But I didn't say a swear.
10 pounds. 10 pounds right there.
It's 2-1.
Originally,
What do you mean
2 to
10
1.
pounds? What are you guys, Congress over here?
Yes.
What swear did I say?
Oh, apparently Sarah and Carol are negotiating trades in the
Oh.
chat.
Oh, yeah.
it's gonna be a fun year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sarah will get over it. In the morning when she wakes up, she'll get over it.
I'm sorry.
That's nice
Like I said,
coming
I'm
over.
I can't save everybody. You know how many people said they wanted to be on my team?
Hey, Sarah, how about I put it to you this way? You don't see any resentment out of this guy, do you? So, Sarah, what's the problem? You see happiness out of me. You don't see any resentment of him getting rid of you. So, Sarah, here's to you. Cheers. Team Willie Grow. Let's do this.
You hear nothing but sadness out of me, John.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah,
You want me to say I'm. Well, Sarah, I've been trying to be patient with her, okay? But she's got some good gardening skills, and all of her videos are teaching so much. She reminds me of Jerry.
And I knew, shut up, you little. And I knew,
go do it.
And I knew that the two weasels, you two are weasels. I knew that the two of you were up to something. And guess what? That I put an end to that. I told you guys, I forgot who I told, but I'm gonna put an end to that because the two of you were weaseling around like little weasels that you are and making little plans, and I put an end to that.
We have been talking a little bit, but it's not. You're on the wrong wavelength there, brother.
You can't outsmart me. You can't outsmart me.
Hey, Sarah, we're gonna have to do it a little bit different. All right, we're gonna have to go a little different way than what we had talked about, but we're still gonna make some stuff happen.
Oh, she's definitely gonna make. She's gonna make stuff happen for me.
Yeah,
for my
yeah,
team.
she is gonna make
I
stuff
promise
happen.
you that.
Yeah,
I promise you that.
Yep. Now, Fishes and Loaves Life, Carol, you are a frog, okay? And we're going to see you harvesting bananas. I love my tropical growers. John snagged up Black's Tropical Homestead, and I had them on my list because they're growing bananas. They got that tropical thing going. And
yes, hashtag Team Sarah.
Hey, I've got Michael Sharp down there too in Florida. Michael Sharp has already got a lot of stuff growing down there. Man's impressive. I wish I was in Florida somewhere a lot of times, except when they turn the weather up to broiling. It's like you're in an air fryer. I don't like that part of Florida. Okay.
Even Georgia gets pretty scalding hot too, like uncomfortable.
That's right. That's right. Georgia, all along the coast there, it's a neat place. They can still grow food. They can still get freezing. Sarah's throwing me off. They can still get freezes, but for most of the time, they have the benefit of warm growing.
This all boils down to bananas. Is Sarah going back to that stupid gorilla stuff again?
Lewis, we're on Team Aquarius, so get used to seeing John's blood pressure go up.
Carol, your unique troublemaking skills, Carol, are something that is to be desired, and we will cause John some trouble. I know you're not gonna, I know you won't.
For the record,
things win a different
for
way.
the record, I've never once said that Team Will It Grow is going to cost Team Aquarius trouble. You just heard it here for the record. What did that captain just say? That his team is going to cost me trouble. You guys just heard that.
Well,
You penalized all my
fairness,
people, John.
You just heard it. You just heard it. He just said it. The team captain.
You did say you applaud banter between other fellow Shed Wars warriors instead of banter against you because you can't handle all of it.
I did say
can't
that,
handle
and I totally agree with it. If you guys want to banter at one another, go for it. But the words that just came out of this captain's mouth is Team Aquarius is going to give John trouble.
Yeah.
You heard it.
Yeah, it'll be in retaliation. Yeah, you picked on a little girl last year and made her cry.
And if she gets out of hand, I'll
You're gonna do it again?
Yeah.
You're gonna let your sensitive rear end get all sensitive about what a little girl's doing, a gardener.
If she gets out of hand, absolutely. Yeah.
You're gonna pick on her, a little girl.
I'm not gonna pick on her. If she gets out of hand, I'm going to do my job, and that's to put her in her place.
You made her cry last year.
I know I made her cry, but I was just doing my job. My job was to enforce your rules. It was your rules that I was imposing on Bunky.
If not for Bunky, you wouldn't know how to count to this day. She taught you how to count.
Yeah, and she even enlisted.
Yeah, go ahead. It was a Shed Wars team effort. Go ahead.
Yeah, many different languages.
We taught John how to count.
Yeah, 10 different languages.
Yeah, even Klingon.
Yeah.
Now, if aliens come down and invade, you know how to count to 10.
Yeah.
Oh, Robert, you're something else. I'm just imposing your rules. You're something else.
I'm something else. I guess I am. I am something else. Yeah. And at least I'm not a bobber.
So in John's case, when he's fishing, who's catching who? The fish catching the bobber, or is the bobber catching the fish?
Jellyfish is like, they just kind of luck out. They luck into whatever they're catching because they have no direction and they just counting on a fish or something, getting close to them.
Yeah, the current's taking them wherever they go.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah, they don't have any way of actively going there. They're counting on their environment to provide them food.
Hey, Chris, Metallica did write an awesome song called Wherever I May Roam. Is where my head may lay. Yeah, you remember that song?
So I'm going to be brushing up on my Metallica skills, and I'll be joining you in a sing-off here next time you guys go up.
And karaoke. I believe actually, let me get on camera here. I believe I got reported to me, I received an email that Rebel Canners is actually interested in hosting me and Danny doing the karaoke.
Yeah, she's so close.
So close, John.
I know. She's like 300 hours, 200, 300 hours.
Yep.
Yeah, I saw the email that she's actually interested in hosting, and I spoke to Danny earlier, and the 18th of March, me and Danny are available to go to Rebel Canner's site and actually do a karaoke night on her channel, and I think that would put her like
really close,
really right there. I think,
especially if we can get the Poop Troopers to promote that for her and get a lot of people in there.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So I don't know if Tammy's in here, but Tammy, I did get the email that that you're interested in hosting the karaoke. Me and Danny are available March 18th on your channel if you want it.
She might have gone to bed already, but we will relay that amongst, the Poop Troopers will relay that to her.
So Tammy, if you watch the replay or someone reaches out to you, definitely email me and tell me that, yes, you want me and Danny to go over to your channel, and me and Danny will set it up with you, and we will meet you on March 18th and explain to you just kind of how we do it. And we're good. And that's that. The karaoke thing is an awesome thing me and Danny are doing within the community that a lot of people don't know. Is for channels. If you want to host a karaoke night with myself and Cajun Hydroponics, we will be more than happy to go to your channel and do karaoke on your channel, so you get the watch time hours, and you don't have to sing. All you have to do is just be the host.
Yep.
And me and Danny do the rest, and people get to have fun. Except
Yep.
your channel gets the hours and the views and the new friends that come in that might not know you. So
Yeah.
it's a win-win. It's a win-win.
Yeah, if you guys ever have an open slot and nothing to do, we'll host you just for the heck of it. But please go
Yeah.
take care of others first. We're doing really, really well right now. Really,
Yeah.
honestly. So
Yeah.
I mean,
Abby.
we're only available once a month. So for the month of March 18th is our next available date. And it sounds like Rebel Canners would like to host us. So if you would like after March 18th, then we can come to you, Chris.
I take care of others. And like I said, we're doing great. We put out a lot of content, and we have 1,800 more to go, guys.
Already.
That's going to be a lot of fun with Danny and John showing up and hosting. And on Rebel Canners,
Oh, yeah.
that's going to be a fun time.
And
Yeah.
like I said, if I can hone up on my Metallica skills again, because I stopped listening to music 5 years ago. So if I can get back into the rhythm of it, I'll come up and sing. Why not? It's for a good cause.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Just remember, he said he would get up and sing.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kaylin, you talking about you don't use music. I don't either. I stay away from using music on my videos of any kind because there's just too much it can go wrong. Unless it's my own. And I thought about making some of my own music. So if I find free coconuts down here, does that count as weigh in weight? Yes, it does, Carol.
Yeah.
If you've got coconuts washing up, please do me a favor. Get them, crack them open, and show people the food inside, and then use that coconut to make a nice tropical drink, something pineapple-y with some ice.
Anything that you're consuming counts as weight. I
Yeah.
can confidently say that.
That would almost
just
fall,
go pick up coconuts.
Yeah.
yeah, that almost falls under that basically falls under the foraging part of it, is where
Yeah.
you're walking along the beach or wherever you're walking, you're foraging for coconuts. Yes, absolutely, that counts.
Or a little escargot as well.
Yeah.
And Carol, you're gonna get extra points now. We're gonna put this to a vote. Should Carol catch and eat a iguana? All right.
Yes, you should.
Yes.
We need to put that on you. But yeah, anything like that.
I would eat an iguana.
I would too. I'm anxious to kind of try them, but I don't. They'll never be up here. I'll have to go down there to eat them.
I mean,
But
I've eaten
Hi,
frogs.
Abby.
Hey, Robert, I've eaten
Come on in.
frogs' legs, and they're
Oh,
delicious.
Team Aquarius.
Oh, I have too. I've eaten a lot of frog legs. They're good. And that little voice right there, that little trick I do making the frog sound, I've actually used that to calm the frog. Because whenever you go frog gigging, you're around the pond, they like to shut up and be still, right? So you go, and they start talking again, and you can find them. They start calming down, and then you can get you another one.
No.
It's little tricks like that, but yeah, I've eaten a lot of frog legs.
It's almost like when a deer is standing still, you actually just get him in the right position. You clap your hands, get him to move, and bam, you shoot him.
Yeah, sometimes.
So if we're walking along the beach and we find a jellyfish, that counts if we eat it.
If
Yes,
you
if
video
you eat
that, yeah.
If you eat it, yes, it does count.
And-
I would love.
Yes.
I would love. Don't tell me that you ate jellyfish. I want to see the proof on a video of you actually eating a
There's
jellyfish.
people that eat them. There's certain species that people do eat. There's a lot of
Okay.
things out there for food.
Okay.
A lot of
And
things
belly
out there.
acres, yes, by the way. Yes. Roadkill does count.
If you eat it,
If you eat it, it
If
counts.
you eat it,
trust
it
me,
counts.
everybody is going to ask for proof of that.
Yeah, so put it on the camera. Don't just say you ate the skull.
Don't just say, yeah, don't just come out saying, oh, yeah, I harvested 600 pounds of dead squirrels and I ate every single one of them. No.
Because I can
Something
say
like-
I caught a 10,000-pound whale and I ate it.
Yeah, right. I want to see it. Okay.
Keep in mind, whatever videos that you make, they got to be YouTube friendly. It's still YouTube. What we do here is not in some kind of safety bubble. Okay, so you know, we ask that people not showing butchering and gutting and the dispatching of animals and stuff like that, because YouTube is going to ding you for it.
Yeah.
And so we're not in a safety bubble. Somebody asked me if they go fishing, do they need a license? And they're fishing in the competition.
Oh, absolutely.
Yes. It's
Okay.
not a safety bubble.
All right. You see the Ragnarok question right here?
Yeah.
Chris, put me up on the big screen if you can.
Insects count
I
as
also
well,
have
brother.
another one too. So now that you saw that, I'm going to put you up on the big screen.
It's about what you eat.
All right, guys. So, okay. So to answer the question, you know, you get, do insects count? Do ants count? Do worms count? Guys, if you can literally consume a semi-truck or a glass bottle or a toilet, if you can actually consume a toilet, it counts. I want to see you consume a toilet. So
Easy way to describe it.
Yeah. But
if
just
you
put
can
it on
consume
camera.
Put it on
camera.
camera. If you can consume a semi-truck, it counts. You don't have to ask if insects count or if ants count. Or so do I make myself clear? If you can eat a toilet, break it down however you want it, grind it down, add it to your mashed potatoes. I don't care. I want to see you eat the damn thing, and yes, it counts.
10 pounds penalty against John. That's we're up to 20 now for
what are you talking about? What did I
inappropriate
say?
language. Any appropriate language there, John. Just use the D word, brother. That counts. 20 pounds against you now.
That's not a bad word. Okay, Chris, you can take me off this camera now. I'm going to go check the
I was just trying to find another question that we had missed amongst that, and it's up on the board.
If I didn't just answer all of these questions with the answer I just gave, then I'm not answering any more questions.
All right, so
You answered
Abby,
the question.
that
You
is a
just
yes,
answered.
Abby. If you're going to eat it, consume it, yes.
Now, hold on, okay, because she's talking about using it to make other things other than food, okay? What you weigh in is the plants and any other thing that you're using for food. If you're going to use it for making salve, then don't weigh that part in, because salve, people are not eating salve. And I say that because on the one side, it's not going to make much of a difference. But on the other side, we might have people weighing in things that is just crazy. They'll never use it and have some kind of weird advantage. Comfrey is an incredible plant that I think that everybody should grow. Weigh in what you intend to eat and preserve for your own consumption, not your salve weight. And you're making salve and you're making other things out there. And actually, comfrey salve is something I've been wanting for a while. Remember that Lori's World is setting something up for everybody. And if you want to sell products from your home, she can help you do that. Okay, so remember that. There was something else that Abby asked earlier, I think. She had a question I wanted to get to. Can I use comfrey? No, it was before that, I think.
I'm searching right now.
Let's see. I'm not seeing it yet. Okay.
Wait, here, this one?
Yeah, is it okay if I name a video Shed Wars update and just talk about getting picked? I don't want to overuse the name. Okay. When you're making videos like that and you are, if you want to make anything that's got Shed Wars in it, as long as it's for your channel, okay, um, it's fine. We had people in years past actually making their own videos that told how Shed Wars started, and have a clue as to what they were talking about. They had people making their own rules videos, and we can't have any more of that. Nothing official, because people are messing things up. They messed us up a lot in years past of putting out incorrect information. But yeah, if you want to make a video, it's like, I got picked for Shed Wars and talking about that. That's a wonderful thing. That's fine. And we encourage that. Just don't make it like an official thing. And that's not what you're talking about. So you're fine. You go ahead, Abby.
So my understanding to that is you are to have a official Shed Wars playlist to which in lies your 12 official videos.
That's right.
And everything else, you would have a separate Shed Wars playlist, as in Shed Wars I caught fish, Shed Wars I was picked, Shed Wars I crafted that, I stitched this, so on and so forth.
That's exactly right.
With appropriate hashtags to what you're trying to get through to the Shed Wars public.
That's right. And it's a little bit more of a pain, and we understand that. But it's going to make it easy for us to make sure that we find you and find your official videos and make sure that you qualify. Because in the past, we've had people making so many videos and putting them all in that one playlist. We have to go through there may be 50 videos or 30 videos in a playlist, and we have to figure all that stuff out. So yeah,
I personally messed up with that last year, and I apologize. This year, everything will be smooth and clear the way it's supposed to be.
We're learning as we go.
So basically, it's a little bit of a pain in the butt, but was that a swear to, Robert? But nothing. But it's like let's say I want to explain to you guys how my channel is going to have the playlist. Now, there's going to be a lot of competitions that are going to be thrown out. You guys do not have to participate in those competitions if you don't want to. It's totally up to you. So let's say my channel is going to has a Shed Wars 22 NH with a G, gardening. The G stands for gardening. All of my official 12 videos for the Shed Wars 22 gardening are going to be in that playlist. Okay. Then I'm going to enter the Shed Wars fishing rodeo. Okay. I'm going to make a separate playlist that's going to be named Shed Wars 22 fishing rodeo.
Can I make a suggestion?
Sure.
On the second list, the non-official one, can we put it Shed Wars World Fair?
Yes, you can. World Fair Fishing Rodeo.
We could all stick to that Shed Wars World Fair, which would entitle everything else that Shed Wars is doing.
There you go. There you go, Chris. That's actually makes it even more simple. There you go, Chris. Thank you. That's actually makes it more simple. Yes, I'll make a separate playlist, and I'll have my the tour, the world tour, with everything in it. I do the fishing rodeo that goes in that playlist. I do I don't know, if I make a cooking video, it goes on the hashtag Shed Wars Cooking. If I go scavenging for something, or what do you call that?
Yeah,
foraging. If I go foraging, boom, that goes into that playlist.
So here's my question now. Is there a place where I can find all these hashtags? I know you guys started it last year, but then there was, we got to fix this, that, this. Is there an official hashtag list?
Robert is the one that has the official video with all the hashtags that should be used, and I believe Robert is going to narrow that down once again to make it a little bit more simple.
Okay, so wait for an upcoming video or refer back to
Yes,
one. Okay, all right.
yes.
Just want
Robert
to
will
make
be
sure.
doing an update. Yeah.
Just want to make sure we're all clear here
Yeah.
and make it as simple as possible for everybody.
We want it to be as simple as possible.
Yeah.
But your Shed Wars 22 gardening should only have 12 videos in it. And if you want to add your entry video, which I think you should add your entry video as the very first one, and then people will go down your list. There should be, 13 videos in total. Your entry
Okay.
plus 12 actual teaching gardening videos.
Perfect. Excellent. All
Pretty
right.
simple, I think.
Yeah, that's
Now it should be at least 13 videos. Okay.
Yeah,
People
with the
can
entry. Right.
You can, yeah. The first thing you need. I'm sorry, I cut out because I turned on my microwave to heat up a little coffee water there. You can do. Okay, it's a 2 videos a month minimum, and that's all we require. But you are encouraged to make more if you want to. We had people making up to 5 or 6 videos a day, okay, last year, and that was too much, okay. They were flooding the hashtag with just their videos, and that's all we could find was their videos. So we don't want that either. But if you want to teach people, if you got something else you want to do, you can go up to like 6 official Shed Wars videos each month. You can have as few as 2 or you can do as many as 6. But we want to make sure that the algorithm is not just picking up your videos, and we want to make sure that it does pick up your videos. So at least 2 a month. You can do more.
Yeah.
And I didn't hear everything that y'all were discussing about the playlist and all. The only thing that we truly care about, as far as it being a rule, is that we have your official videos in that one playlist. Kaylin Strain asked if she can have her other videos in her gardening playlist. Yes, ma'am, you absolutely can.
Yeah.
John and I will be doing it however we do it there. I'm going to have an official playlist for my gardening videos, and then I'm going to have another one that's going to be a generic for everything Shed Wars.
So, Robert, what we were talking about is I brought up the idea of everybody can kind of do the same thing as far as Shed Wars World Fair.
And
yeah.
Chris
That
came up.
everything else, and then within that would be the hashtags of fishing, quilting, foraging in that. So that way everybody can kind of stick to one frame of
So
reference.
instead of having like 10 different playlists, Chris came up with a good idea, I believe, is just have Shed Wars, World Tour.
Yeah.
And, and everything other than the gardening, like the fishing rodeo and all that stuff, goes into that playlist.
Yeah. That's all we were talking about.
Yeah, that makes good sense. Now, we've never done, okay, first of all, Shed Wars is something that's never been done before. And so we always change things. We always have to. And it's because of people. Every people will talk about the rules. Well, there's rules for anything that you do in life and any competition. So we have to have rules too. And the reason for the rules is one of our participants has done something or bring something up, and it's like, okay, well, we've got to have a rule for that. And it's one of those things. It's like, yeah, they want a rule, and so we give them a rule, and then other people gripe because of the rule, But then that person over here griping about this rule is wanting us to make another rule because it benefits them.
Yeah.
So the rules are a real pain in the butt. And one day I hope that we can relax on having to think about rules. But for now, we've got them, and we have to keep updating them because it's such a new thing. Now, when we do the Shed Wars World Fair, depending on how many people want to join that, how popular it becomes, those will be separate competitions, and possibly just as big as Shed Wars Gardening, okay, Shed Wars Global Gardening, because that's the core. Now, when we get into Shed Wars World Fair and growing, teaching people how to raise their cattle, their rabbits, their chickens, or Shed Wars food preservation or whatever, then, and these are all competitions, okay, outside of Shed Wars, because there's only so much we can do, John and I, to focus on. We're just two guys, and that's a lot of videos. Can you imagine in every aspect of self-sufficiency how many videos can be put out? This year we have 60 people in here, 61, something like that.
That's 720 videos in one season.
Yeah. And see, that's the thing. That's another thing. John and I, regardless of what everyone else will do, John and I will most likely watch every one of these videos all the way through and in real time and support everybody.
And we do our best to do the same as well.
And that's amazing. That makes you a Shed Warrior. Okay. Y'all are amazing supporters. Okay. But it's what we have to do. It's our job. Okay. But now it's still YouTube. If we've got somebody out there that's being a goober out there and they're doing things wrong, there is no guarantee that we're going to watch. We've had people that were insulting to us. For some reason, people want to come in. This is a party that John and I are keeping going. It's a party at our house, and we've had people show up wanting to be smart alecks. And it's like, that's not very a smart idea for you to say, hey, I got invited to a party. The first thing I'm going to do is walk into this party, and I'm going to be drunk, and I'm going to kick the man's dog. I'm going to make fun of him. I'm going to drop food on the floor. And you know what? I'm not going to use a coaster when I set my drink down.
Yeah, that's
okay,
ridiculous,
do that.
Considering you guys are sacrificing your time, your effort, your livelihoods, taking away from your family to give to us, and you're not asking for anything but a couple of hashtags here and maybe a separate playlist. It's not much for us to give.
Yeah, do that. I mean, it's and the rules is not for us. Okay, it's not like we're taking these rules and just saying, we'll beat them over the head with this or whatever. No,
so I highlighted this.
Can I answer Kevin's question?
Yes, please do.
Yeah, go ahead.
That's a very good question, Kaylin. And yes, absolutely. If the way you're going to prep your pots and all of that stuff, the place where you're going to grow, like if it's really teaching someone, like, can someone learn what you're going to do? Then absolutely. The prepping of your garden, I certainly take that as a counting video where you're showing, hey, it's springtime. This is how I'm going to prep my pots. This is how I'm going to prep my garden beds to get ready for the planting season. I certainly see that as a justified qualifying video, so we can see, okay, how did she do it? Then, oh, how did he do it? How did they do it? How did that one do it? And that's how we learn different ways, different techniques. So, Caitlin, to answer your question, I would definitely accept that as a absolute yes, teaching video of what you're going to do to get your pots ready, or your raised garden beds, or your ground ready to go. I can't imagine anyone would disagree that that's not an educational video. I think it is.
I think so. I 100% agree, because apartment, where most of our population, okay, is in an apartment complex somewhere. They're somewhere where they don't have acreage, okay? And the apartment growing and the small container gardening growing, that's so important to what we do in Shed Wars. A lot of people have said to me, they says, well, I can't offer much. I can't grow much food. That's not the point of Shed Wars. It's a team effort, and we do have the people on large farms. We do have people that will bring in like an acre of food, and that's great. Okay,
City
but
girl.
everyone is important. Every way that you garden is important. You know, we talk about people. It's like Sarah's going to be bringing in a lot of weight, and she is. But Kaylin Strain is going to be teaching what you can do in an apartment. The same thing with Q Kitchen and beyond. They're going to show you how to have a worm farm in your apartment. Where's the population of this planet? In places that are not ideal to do what you want to do.
Yeah.
That's important to me.
And Robert, I don't mean to interrupt you, but Robert, this is also a really good question by Yossi right
Yeah.
here.
I've been thinking about that.
Can I basically start tomorrow? And the answer to that, Yossi, and to everyone, is yes. You can start right now, but don't go posting your videos just yet. Hold on, I'm not done.
Yep.
Absolutely, Yossi. If it's something that you need to do right now and you would like it on video that you want the Shed Wars community to see you doing, absolutely, Yossi, you can start tonight. Film it. But the reason why I ask you to not release the video until March 20th or the 21st is because right now it would not be fair for you to be making Shed Wars 22 videos when everyone else has to wait. But if don't feel that, oh, I have to wait another week before I can actually start going. No, if it's something you need to do in your garden right now and you want it on video, absolutely do it, film it, talk about it, and then just wait.
Just hold on to it.
Just hold on to that video, and once March 20th comes, okay, boom, Yossi's first video, bam, released. Do you guys understand what I'm saying? You can certainly make your videos now, you know, but just hold on to them because right now we have to remember the Southern Hemisphere is still active. And if we start dropping in the Northern Hemisphere, if we start dropping Shed Wars hashtags, it's going to overpopulate the Southern Hemisphere, and it's not going to be fair to them.
So this is in correlation to what you were just talking about, and also what I was going to ask. That's not considered stacking videos, though. How?
It's
yes, please elaborate on this, guys.
No,
it's not considered stacking videos. It's considered it's something that needs to be done.
Yeah,
we're only talking like a 12 days. I mean, there's only so much that anybody can do in the next 12 days. So it's not stacking videos because how much can you do in 12 days? Not much, right?
exactly.
But
people.
the thing is that Yossi, and I'm using Yossi for an example, if Yossi wants to do a video about, okay, this is how I'm going to start my seeds, we're not going to restrict him for another 12, 14 days when he needs to get started tonight.
Waiting 2 weeks to get seeds in the ground would be.
Yes, so get the seeds in the ground. Don't wait to get your seeds in the ground and do what you have to do because of the Shed Wars, competition. Yossi needs to get his seeds started tonight.
So the difference I see between the two is stacking videos would be like, okay, I'm going to go record all 12 of my videos
this
today.
Month.
That's
and
right.
then just post them throughout the season.
Yes, it's like you do a video of like, oh, today, guys, I'm going to be planting onions. And then you finish that video, you edit it, you go right back out to the garden. Hey guys, you change your shirt. Hey guys, today I'm going to give you a garden tour. Boom, boom, boom. And then you change your video. Hey guys, look, I'm going to harvest radish. And this is how I grew my radish. And it's like, boom, within one day you had 3 videos.
And
like,
I get that because you want to see the progression of
Yes.
people's gardens.
Yeah.
Yes.
We can tell if you
Exactly.
make 6 videos in March and present it in July. Obviously,
Yes.
you can tell.
Yes. That's
So
the whole point is we're all sponsoring each other. Let me call it a sponsorship where
Hey,
all of
Garden
us
First.
together we sponsor each other. And it's like, it's not to say, oh yeah, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. I got all my videos out of the way. Now I can just sit back, have a couple of beers. Yeah, Shed Wars not over till October, but I got all my videos done in by May. I don't have to do anything else anymore. And it's like, well, what did you really show us?
Yeah. What did you do?
What did you do?
These are the filthy casuals. Okay.
like for us, we're weekend warriors. So you'll see me in the same shirt for most of the videos that we do because we work the second, third shift. That's okay. That's kind of stacking videos, but we present them Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday. And then
Well,
weekend
right.
comes in again and we make a whole new set and then you present it throughout the week.
Yeah. It's
Yeah,
still
and that's the other thing that some people don't understand when it comes to like being like really integrated and involved in a community is okay, we're in a competition, it's a fun competition, gardening competition, but it's really about a community where if you think, if a lot of people think I'm just going to get my videos out of the way, okay, you're no longer integrating yourself along with the community because according to you, you've done everything you had to do. Now you're just sitting back having a cocktail and yep, I filled my obligation. But what you don't understand is you're eliminating yourself out of the community. If I don't see you mingling with myself or Robert or with White Family Farm or with Cosmic Cultivators or with Cajun Hydroponics, where to begin homesteading, if we don't see you like participating with the community, it's going to be noticed. Like, that person doesn't have time.
Or for instance, let me embellish that point. When you see the same comments over and over, hugs and kisses, love you. Then the next video, hugs and kisses, love you.
That usually means it's a 30-second watch and they leave. Yes.
Yeah.
Know that.
Yeah.
Filthy casuals.
I'm a realist. I understand we all have lives. We all have children, families, obligations. But, do what you can. That's it.
Take 20 minutes out of your day and watch
just
a couple of videos
like us.
all the way through.
We're weekend warriors. So we do our videos on the weekend, and then all of our time is spent wherever we can spend it amongst the community.
And let me tell you this, because we are a community and people expect one another to be watching and knowing what's going on.
Yeah, right?
You're going to get that notice. There's little things that pop up throughout the season where people can tell. Angie at Abundant Acres, they had a little quiz that they did on their channel.
Yeah.
There was prizes.
Yep.
You could tell who watched and who didn't watch. Like it doesn't go unnoticed. All I'm saying is this is a community where we give to one another.
And again, why are you not mingling? Like Courtney's saying, it's networking. It's how you get your channel out there to other people as well. If you're just sitting there making your videos, kicking back, having a margarita or whatever your forte is, you're not growing. You're not helping out the community. You're not doing anything.
New things.
You're not doing anything but taking from these two guys right here who give all of their time to this. You're just raping them. That's all you're doing.
Oh, Lori, you're always here.
No, there's a lot of people. We've had complaints. A lot of people have dropped out in the past years. They're like, oh well, you don't come to my channel. You don't watch my channel. It's like, when was the last time I saw a comment on one of my videos from you or you or you or you?
Yeah.
You don't watch my channel. You don't support. You chose to join the Shed Wars community. Yeah, you got the subscribers, you got all the new friends, and once you got all the new friends, boom, you scrammed.
Yeah.
Gone.
And Belly Acres, I mean, I understand that point too. There
I
are
get it.
some long videos where you're not learning a whole lot, it's just talking. I'll go on rants for 30 minutes in the garden about random things.
Yeah.
That's me.
Trust me, I'm editing it. I know how much she rants.
But like,
Yeah.
to me, I'm like, Robert, if I feel like there's an important message to get out there, I'm going to take the time and get it out there.
And we're not saying sacrifice your life to it. Just give a little effort, because these two guys give a crap ton of effort. A crap.
No,
Now,
but
I'm
this-
looking. You just scared me a little bit earlier, Chris. Let me say this: you just did math, and the math scares me. Okay, 60. Let's say 60 channels,
Yeah,
12 videos at the
720
minimum,
videos.
Yes,
720 videos. Okay,
That's for 6 months. Yeah.
John, we fixing to start charging people. Next season is going to cost to get into it. You know, I need to be getting
$10
paid
membership.
for that. But we don't. Okay, 720 videos. It'll be stacked up. That's a lot of time.
Yeah,
and
5 minutes each. That would be what, 3,700 minutes. Break that down, and that's hundreds of hours.
It's a lot.
Hours.
And we do it. It's YouTube. Okay, and it don't matter whether it's YouTube. You got filthy casuals in all aspects of life, on or off YouTube.
Yeah.
You got the people that show up at the party. They show up wanting to eat and hang out and everything, but they don't bring anything.
Yeah.
They didn't bring a pack of napkins or a Coke. You know, they didn't bring a soft drink or tea or anything. There's somebody, hey, I'm here. I'm going to eat all your food and I'm going to go. I'm going to make a mess while I'm here. No. And it's noticed. You know, we may not mention you. We may not say something about it. But believe me and John notice all these things because we are totally soaked in what we do. We know who is really out there doing things. And we may not call you out, but you are noticed. And everybody else in the community is notices as well. We've got somebody out there saying, hey, great video, you know, or the one that we really don't like. Okay, we're all content creators. And this is where it gets into some of the things that the haters say and everything like that. Okay, we're not a sub for sub. Watch me, I watch you. It's not some kind of pyramid scheme or anything like that. It's a community of people on YouTube, just like any other. Okay, but we want everybody to support one another. That's important. That's what we do in the community. But when you do, it is YouTube. Every comment helps somebody, no matter what your channel is. If you're out there, we'll have a lot of people say, oh yeah, I watch everybody, but you know, I don't leave a comment. Okay. Well, if you're not leaving comments on people's videos and show them that you're there, you're not helping them as much. What helps the most is to watch somebody's video all the way through and give them a thumbs up and leave them a comment that relates to their video.
Yeah.
Okay. To their video and what they've said. Show up real on people. We have enough people that are greedy and self-centered on this platform. I've never seen the amount of not nepotism, what narcissistic behavior as I've seen on YouTube. People that want to talk about themselves, you know. Show up real on people, offer real support, and maybe they will offer you back real support. And that's not Shed Wars exclusive. That's for anyone on YouTube with a channel. But you're going to find the people who are going to hit your channels left and right. They're going to say, hey, new friend here, wanting to suck you up out of what you're doing with us and wanting you to come over and join something else or whatever. Not everybody that shows up is going to be your friend, but you can show up and be a friend to everybody. You know, I don't know what
I mean, the way I always say it, to be honest with you, the way I always say is, look, there's a reason why there's a title in the description. If I title my video, John bangs his head against the wall, okay, that's the title of my video. You can think about that title, what you run across my channel. You can either click watch or decide not to watch. I'm okay with if you don't want to watch, but you would do my channel a lot better if you actually didn't click on it and then 40 seconds into the video leave.
Yeah.
You're better off just not clicking on it like,
Yeah.
John bangs his head against the wall.
Yeah.
I'm not interested. I'm going to skip this one, John. You know, nothing. Just say, look, you know, John, I'm going to skip this video. Maybe I'll see you on the next one. You know, don't, because you'll ruin all the algorithms of, yep, I come in for 30 seconds. Oh, nice video. Love you, bro. Boom, gone. 30 seconds, chew and screw,
Yeah.
gone. You just hurt the living crap out of my channel.
Yeah.
Out of that video.
Yeah.
You did.
Absolutely. Yep. I
Please.
study my algorithms constantly, and I'll tell you guys, my retention rate is usually everywhere between 35 and 50% retention rate on every video. It just kind of, I don't know if that's average
Bums
or
you out.
if that's what it is or whatever. But
As people trying to make a name for themselves by running around to as many channels as possible and leaving a comment, and they make you think, oh, they're really supporting me, and they're not.
Me and
It's
Robert,
YouTube.
have
tell.
broken down to like a very good few that we know that are very famous for that.
Yeah. And there may be those people in here with us right now in Shedwar.
Oh, I can guarantee you for a fact that they are.
Yeah. So watch what you do, and you know, try to use some discernment with people. But that's no matter what community you're in, it's still YouTube. And all we can do is offer people a place where they can, you know, have some fun, teach something, and be a part of a community. You know, that's all we offer, a chance.
Yes.
Yeah, there's another one first.
Yeah,
I'm
that
sure,
drives
yeah.
people insane.
I'm guilty of that. I've done that, and I'm like, I need to stop doing that. But
Don't do that.
I promise you, when I click first, I'm actually proud to say that I'm going to be the first one to watch this video all the way through.
There's a
That's
big
right.
difference here, and I'm going to point it out, is people like you, Danny, at Cajun Hydroponics will say first.
That's
and
right.
then the very next comment is like, oh, wow, I love the way you did this. That was a great idea.
Because we watched it.
today.
Because we watched. So
Exactly.
whenever I say first,
Comment
it's
and
like,
say
Just say first and then
they're
leave.
gone. Yeah.
Like, oh,
Right.
I stopped by. I was here. See ya.
right.
Yeah.
I'm going to make my name be the first one. Hey, I was the first one here, and I'm going to be the first one to watch your video all the way through. And if I watched your video all the way through, I'm going to have something to say, whether it's good or bad, or, hey, I watched, you know, hey, you guys did a great job. Boom.
Yeah.
But I guarantee you, if I click on anybody's video, I am going to watch all the way through, and I can attest that this man right here, Homestead Aquarius, he watches all the way through.
By the way, we do too. And when you get us on your video, we watch it on the big screen, and I sit here and I comment through my telephone.
Like we're literally having
So
a
you're getting
conversation
double
with
time from us, sometimes triple time when Gina's on. So, you know,
and we will literally sit there and comment as we're watching the video.
and it gets
like
kind
we're
of lengthy
talking to you.
sometimes. I'm sure you guys have noticed. It's like, what the Cosmic Cultivators have a novel for me to read, and it's like, well, you had a 30-minute video.
No, I mean, like in the
Keep
past,
ourselves busy.
let's just say, in the past 2 days, a lot of new members, a lot of new people have met each other like that, had no idea. And I'm just going to use an example. Like, let's say Ragnarok Prepper. If I don't ever see Ragnarok Prepper, like make a comment on one of my videos, you know, from time to time, what am I supposed to think? I'm going to think, well, Ragnarok Prepper obviously doesn't follow my channel. When I'm on Homestead Aquarius' videos that I watch every single one of his videos, start to finish, or one of yours, I don't ever see Ragnarok. In Ragnarok, I'm just using an example. And I don't see him on any of our channels or Sarah the Big Blue House or anybody. What am I supposed to think? I'm going to think as a community leader, and I say, this guy, he doesn't really follow much of the community. But then if I catch Ragnarok, let's say on, I don't know, Am I Gardener videos, this is an example, leaving comments. Every video Am I Gardener drops, he's leaving comments like, okay, so Ragnarok is watching YouTube, but he's not watching Will It Grow? He's not watching Homestead Aquarius or Cosmic Cultivators, or do you get what I'm saying? It's me and Robert, we look at every comment section of every member's videos, and we see who is in there commenting and who is not.
Yeah.
Right.
And eventually we get the trend of, okay.
Yep. No matter
And
what
vice
you do.
versa. And vice versa. Let me just finish. And vice versa. If Ragnarok was to not see me on his videos leaving comments, then yes, he is absolutely justified to say, well, the hell with John and Will It Grow. I don't see him commenting on any of my videos. He's justified for that.
Yeah.
But because Ragnarok is now a Shed Wars member and I just met him and I actually like the guy, I'm going to follow his channel and support his channel. And how do I do that?
This year, we stepped up our game, because last year when you were announcing teams, we were like, oh man,
look at all those crosses, trades.
Yeah, trade. Last year when you started announcing names, and I was like, I don't know who that is. I felt like the biggest POS ever.
We legitimately try to watch every single person's video.
And that's why we applaud YouTube, because obviously you two have to see these videos. So
we have to.
Well, we do. As we've developed it, we work it. I mean, we eat, sleep, and breathe, and everything else you can do to Shed Wars.
If somebody is in the comments blasting me for the example I just made, I apologize, but it's just the truth.
No.
And we notice who is out there, who is in the community, and who is doing what, for the good or the bad. And now, see, people try to tell me, so it's YouTube, you got to do it this way. If you're going to grow your channel, you got to get out there. You got to meet as many people as you can. And you know, I'll just go out there and watch a little bit, leave a comment, and I'll go on. I'm like, hey, I can't do that. Okay, there's one thing, I will not cheat people in order to make my channel grow. Okay, I won't do it. I will treat people the way I wish to be treated. And I tried one time as an experiment to see if I could watch in double time. Okay, I couldn't do it. After a day of trying that, I said, no, I can't do that. I can't even do that, because I can't keep up with all the words and everything. Everybody has to operate however they want to. Grow your channel, have your success, do whatever you want to. There's a lot of ways to looking at things. Everybody's got their own ideas, but for me, I will not do that. When I click on your video, there's a couple of things right now. There's one that I really want to watch, okay? And that is Jandera Homestead. She's got a gardening tour video, and talking about the disaster that's going on right there right now. And it's over 30 minutes long, all right? Yeah. And I want to watch it, but I'm not going to watch it until I've got 30 minutes to do it, okay?
Yes, exactly.
So
but
I haven't clicked on
those people who make the 30, 20, 40, 30 minutes, and then you're like, oh man, now I'm an hour and a half behind. It's like, oh.
Yeah, there's a lot of times where I see, like, I've done it to Robert, where it's like a 20-minute video, and I'm like, not now. I'm gonna wait because I don't have 20 minutes right now to watch
Yeah.
this whole video.
And
So I wait, and
That's
I go back.
undivided attention too. Undivided attention.
Right,
Just
and
plain-
I wait, and sometimes I go back. It's like a day later. It's like I wake up at 4:30 in the morning. It's like, oh yeah, okay, watch later list. Oh yeah, Robert. Yep, now I got time. I have my coffee, the rum, and I have my cigarette, and I watch Robert, and I give him my full attention
Yeah.
because I'm actually interested in what he has to say. But that's the way I do it. If I don't have the time to watch that video all the way through with my full attention, I'm just not going to click on it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'll
and,
click
and
on
we
Thank you, by the way. Thank you.
see
We
that's
really
where
do
the YouTube rules kick in. It's YouTube and it's life. And you've got to follow the rules, whether they're unspoken or not, of life and YouTube. If you, we've in the past, we've had people that thought that, well, you know, I'm just going to, they did things incorrect. They would make really long videos and several of them and expect us to be there and watch every one of them and all this kind of stuff, and started telling me and John how to do our job. Right.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, we never saw their comments on our videos. And it's like, what's going on here? We know what our job is. But, you know, if you're putting out hour-long videos, if you're putting out a garden tour every week and it's 30 minutes long, not that I use Jandera as an example of that, of one that I had. That's not her, okay? John and I do not have. We know what our job is, and that's to support everybody. But we're not here to be used by anybody. If somebody else wants to tell us what our job is, you can just consider yourself to be gone. Okay, it's our party. We're paying for it, and if you got something you want to say to us, that's fine. Do it respectfully. Send us an email if you got any gripes or whatever. Do that.
Yeah.
But I'm not. John do what he wants, but if we get anybody running mouth on us and what we do this year, that's probably going to be the video that I comment says thank you for your time. I appreciate it. You don't have to worry about it anymore. We don't want to trouble you. You're out of Shed Wars, because it's going to be my money and time that's going out to people, and yours as well, and Lori's and Garowin. Okay, your time is important, and we appreciate that. And you're good people, and you're good supporters. And I'm not going to put up with it this year. So if you've got something smart aleck to say on your videos, if you want to, you know, say anything like that or do anything, just consider yourself that'll be your last one.
Yeah.
And if people want drama, if they want to be YouTube famous or whatever, if they want to get to, I will help you. I will help you this year, you know. Yeah. But we don't have that issue. We had troubles in years past with a bunch of jack wagons, and I'm ready to make them famous as well. Okay.
It's gardening, you know what I mean? It's supposed to be positive and uplifting. And we are a very tight-knit community. So all I can say is, I wouldn't say anything to anybody.
Absolutely, Courtney.
Yeah.
It is rough to watch everybody. Like we admitted it last year. Like, who are these people they're talking about? They're announcing. Like, we had no clue. No clue.
And you know, I don't think either captain is expecting every person to watch every single video.
No,
we ain't gonna do it. Most people are not going to do that, and that's not a rule.
Don't have the time.
I don't want to sit here and pat us ourselves on the back, but I think that we have the third most time behind John and Robert here to do this, because our job enables us to be able to watch people while we work.
Mm-hmm.
which is what we do. Like, that's our entertainment. I
And
mean,
we
you don't want to
still-
sit there and
we-
listen to a hum of the vacuum.
we
You'd rather
still-
hear people.
Still cannot
Gardening.
get to every video. We can't.
You're not going to be able to. Most people are not. John and I, okay, I'm going to speak for myself. I wasn't able to be on everyone's video because, like I said, when I watch it, I watch in real time. Okay, I give back to people what I would want to receive, and on this platform, that may not be necessarily the smartest thing to do, but that's the way I do it. And I'll tell you, my own gardening suffers for that. But I consider my encouragement to everyone else to be something that I am growing. We're helping people with what we do here. And this year, I'm fixing to get a penalty for cussing.
Garden, sir.
Yes.
I got to get my garden going. All right. And that's for me to have food. These prices and on everything is going up. I've got to survive. So I'm going to set myself up a station outside in my studio or whatever to where I can have videos going as I am working. And I will still be making comments on people's videos.
So we're going to see your face this year?
So, Robert, what I'm saying is get yourself a pair of wireless headphones. You can even find them at Five Below nowadays.
Yeah.
Hook up to your Bluetooth and you can be doing whatever you need to do. You're not going to see the video, but you're going to hear all the information.
Yeah.
I may have to do some of that. Now, even that makes me feel like I'm not doing what I should be doing, which is watching.
It kind of does, but at the same time, it's,
What is she up to? Hello.
Because it's about, we want to support people.
Yeah.
We want to make sure that we're giving you that watch time. And this is where it gets into the icky part of things. I don't like to talk about that a whole lot, but, and in the past, I've helped people learn who is really watching their videos because there used to be a good way to do that. And I taught people that so that you could filter out these fakes that are out there. And I got a lot of backlash from communities. And you know what? The people that I got backlash from were the people that were out there building their channels off of that, running around and, screwing everybody else over to build up their channels. I got backlash from those people, and that's fine. To hell with them. 10
But
pounds.
I mean, as far as that goes, Robert, look at us as an example. All right. We have a 40-hour-a-week job. We have a channel that is growing very, very well. Thank you, community, for that.
Absolutely.
We support as much as we possibly can. And now coming in the garden season, we're doing that too. It's possible. You can do it. It's just applying yourself to do it.
And you got to do it when it's convenient for you. Like when me and Chris are waking up in the morning, the first thing we do is turn on YouTube. Okay, who's got a new video out today? We maybe have 30-40 minutes in the morning before we're up out of bed. And we do the same thing at night before we go to sleep. We'll dedicate an hour or two to just YouTube videos.
Yeah. We don't tell everybody what to do like that. In the past, when we first started, what we told people, because we're building a community, okay, we would ask people, this is our very first year, and it still applies. You're part of a community. What we want you to do is to support one another. So if you watch 10 videos on YouTube in a day, if 3 of them are Shed Wars, watch those first 3 Shed Wars videos. I mean, it's going to be a lot of videos people are putting out. And when you're helping somebody else, they're going to help you back. But support one another in as best way that you can. That's what we would suggest to everyone. And John and I and our other people, like you folks, you're out there watching, you're seeing what other people comment on, and it's noticed. Good behavior, bad behavior, whatever. We open the doors and let people in. They get to prove themselves as to, what kind of people they are, and it's hard. It can be hard to do what we do. and people want to say, well, you know, you're the captains or whatever, and it's easy for you, whatever. Bull crap. Because
It's the hardest on you.
we're making videos too, and there's a lot of times when I was like, oh no, Shedwars, I'm out, I'm done, I'm not doing this another year.
Well, let me ask you both this, since we're on a Shed Wars live, and I know we do it all the time, so I can't even imagine how many phone calls you get, how many emails you get. It's got to be all day long, every day, nonstop.
Yeah.
Kenny
Yeah,
and Andy, again, thank you. And
Let's just say,
here,
Gina. Yeah.
this highlighted message right here. If these girls can support as much as they do and run 4 channels, by the way, now,
Yes.
I think we all can.
Yes.
I'm proud of these
The
folks.
Vineyard Chicks is one other example. Is I did it last week. Is I saw Vineyard Chicks popped up on my thing. I looked. I'm like, okay, right now at this very moment, I don't have. It was like a 15-minute video of that Bunky was doing. I'm like, I don't have the time right now. But you know what? It was. I put it on watch later, and when I did have the time, I clicked on that video and I sat there. And you know what? I watched the whole thing from start to finish. I enjoyed every bit of it, and I left a nice comment for the young ladies. And I said that whatever I said, I forget what I said, but that's the way I do it. And you and Gina, getting back to your point, the emails that we get behind the scenes, a lot of emails.
Yeah.
A lot of emails.
Yeah. And not to mention, you know, the random calls. Hey, does this sound good, John? I don't know. Like,
well, that's why earlier I had to be a little sarcastic. That's why earlier, when Ragnarok was asking me about insects, can you count insects? And Ragnarok, sir, I just met you, love you. I'm interested in watching and supporting your channel. But it's those little questions like, okay, is insects okay? Yes, you can eat flies. Then the next person said, okay, what about ants? Yes, you can eat ants. If you can eat ants. It's really mind-boggling that you'll have 30 different people asking about 30 different insects.
Yeah.
And it's like, what don't you get? And that's why I had to be sarcastic. If you can eat, if you want to eat a stinking toilet,
yeah, I love that.
show it to me on a video. And yes, you can count a stinking toilet as your weigh-in.
Yep.
Those are the kinds of emails we get. Is, can I count an ant? Is it okay if I count feathers so I can make necklaces? I don't know. Do you eat feathers?
Yeah.
No, you. I don't think you eat feathers.
So, gear grinding. This maybe you can clarify, you guys, but we had a member, a Shed Wars member last year, who actually gutted out the inside of the watermelon and weighed that because he felt bad for counting the rind as part of it because he did not eat the rind.
Yeah, we don't require that you do that. Okay, no, you don't have to do that.
No, it's a watermelon. It's a
just weigh the watermelon. Weigh the
watermelon. Weigh the pumpkin. Yes.
Yeah, weigh the pumpkin. You know, it's okay, but don't weigh the pumpkin. If you are not going to eat and preserve and eat the pumpkin, if you're going to feed it to your cows, do not weigh the pumpkin. If you've got an acre of pumpkins and you're thinking, okay, I'm going to grow giant pumpkins this year and I'm going to weigh in 3,000 pounds of pumpkin.
Are you going to eat
3,000?
The question is that we had trouble the first year with this. There was awesome gardener somewhere upstate New York. I'm not going to mention names. Yeah, she grew. That woman can grow some really big pumpkins, and she's an awesome gardener as well. And she comes and she's like, "Oh yeah, I've got 3,000 pounds of pumpkins." Okay. Did you eat those 3,000 pounds of pumpkins or preserve them in some way? No, she fed them to her pigs. Well, you can't count 3,000 pounds of pumpkins because Shed Wars is not about raising fodder for your animals. It's just not. So
now you can weigh the animals if you harvest the animals and do
Yeah.
it that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The other thing too that I've caught that I've actually personally caught people doing is you can weigh your milk, your cow's milk, your goat's milk, and all that stuff. Yeah, you can do that. Weigh your milk weight. Okay, my milk, I harvested 10 pounds of milk. Don't take that same milk though, turn it into weigh the milk, and then take that milk, turn it into cheese. Okay, I got 6 pounds of cheese, and then take that more milk and then turn it into butter. Oh yeah, I got 10 pounds of milk, but now I got 10 pounds of butter.
Click on it so John can see.
No,
Yeah.
only one way. It took no offense to what you said, John. I was glad that the clarification. I like to eat a lot of things on a
Preparedness level.
preparedness, like
Cicadas.
cicadas, whatever the hell that is.
I
They're
wanna
the
see
ones
that.
that pop
Giant
out of the
grasshopper.
yeah, they pop up out of the dirt like every 28 years or
It's- I think it's every 17 years, I believe.
17.
Make that video.
Yeah, every
I wanna see
17
it.
years. I would love, I've actually Ragnarok, I've actually experienced what you're talking about. And that is an amazing event. I believe it's every 17 years that these bugs look like cockroaches come out from underneath the ground, literally. And that is an amazing event. I got to witness that about maybe 10 years ago. And I think one just came by. No, I think one is due soon. But I think it's every 17 years. Have you ever watched that, guys?
Yeah,
I've never seen
just
it
on the
personally.
TV. Just on the TV.
No, it's amazing. I got to witness it firsthand. And because I'm out in basically, I live by the ocean. These things were coming out. I was stopped at a red light by Cumberland Farms in Hyannis. And all of a sudden, all you hear is this like this zoom. These things are coming up through the stinking asphalt.
Oh wow.
Whoa.
To the asphalt.
Through the asphalt, Robert. I swear to you, right through the asphalt, the ground, you name it. These things are just by the millions and millions. And they make like this loud humming noise. And all you see all of a sudden is the blackbirds and the seagulls are just like
going nuts.
thousands and thousands of blackbirds and seagulls just going absolutely crazy. Ragnarok, I would love to see that on a video.
Yeah.
They are great fried in butter on a cast iron skillet.
Just make sure you weigh it before you eat it.
Weigh it before you do it and make that video. We would love to see it.
I would love to see that.
Here's my question. How do you weigh something that moves?
Well,
How do you put them in a sack? People
yeah.
put them in a sack or whatever.
Yeah.
About like crabs or lobsters or anything, they can go into a bag and then you weigh it.
yeah.
I'm sure we don't have to teach Ragnarok how to weigh something.
No.
There are 3 types of cicadas.
Look at this. Yossi dropped knowledge on us.
13 years
and 28.
Okay, yeah, I've seen the 17-year one, and those things are amazing. They look just like cockroaches. You know, they're about 1.5 to 2 inches long.
Yeah.
They look exactly like cockroaches, and it's a pretty amazing thing to see.
They don't look like cockroaches. Okay, they're
The
beautiful.
ones I
animals.
listen, you
Grasshoppers, aren't they?
Well, you got Yankee cicadas up there.
well, they
apparently.
look like cockroaches to me. Okay, I'm
You
the
look
one that
like
got
a
to see them.
cockroach.
Huh?
You're terrible. Cicadas are beautiful. You look at the colors and their wings, their glass wings. They're incredible.
Did I say that they're ugly? I didn't
You,
say.
you said they look like cockroaches.
Did I say a cockroach is ugly?
Oh,
I said
my
I
grasshopper.
didn't say that.
Ragnarok
You
says
see,
he will
this is
see
the.
where the nearest swarm is, and he will do his best to make it happen.
You see, this is one of the issues I have with this man on a daily basis.
Oh my
He's-
God.
As I said, they look like a cockroach. Automatically, he says, John says a cockroach is ugly. I didn't say a cockroach is ugly.
They don't look like cockroaches. Cockroaches
To me-
are
to
ugly
me-
little creatures.
To me, in my eyeballs, they look like cockroaches, and I'm sticking with that. And I did not say cockroaches are ugly, so don't put words in my mouth.
And she says, what kind of cockroaches you have, John?
I don't have any cockroaches, but I don't think cockroaches are ugly. I think they're disgusting, but I don't think they're ugly.
He's got one. He's got a pet cockroach. He's got grow something with Jeff.
Yeah.
Root sniffer.
The root sniffer, yeah.
That's
root
right.
sniffer.
And
Oh, there was somebody who asked us to clarify that. I don't know if
any
it's-
root sniffing, and if I catch anybody root sniffing, I am going to be strict on that this year. There is no root sniffing. That's all I got to say about that.
I
Yeah.
can't remember who asked that question, but if you're still in here, let us know. We'll answer what that question now that we're on the subject.
It was a
Anything you can eat, anything you can eat, go out, harvest it, weigh it up, and let it count. Now, for me, I'm guilty of not weighing in a lot of my blackberries and strawberries, because when they start coming on, I'm just out there wandering around like a bear grazing wild right off the thing. I'm just picking them off and filling my belly like a dang grizzly bear out there. I love to do it every year, and I've got to get some discipline on me because every ounce adds up. So, I've got to do that.
Right on your desk table or desk door.
Yeah, I'll have to have that in my outdoor studio and pick a handful and go weigh them, write it down, and then eat them.
Exactly.
But that time is coming. It's going to be blackberries and strawberries popping up all over the place.
And
We're hoping to get a ton this year.
And I'm seeing people in the chat that are coming and going, and I'm not paying enough attention to the chat. I'm trying to catch things over there. I know Michael Sharp.
I've been pretty savvy with it, Robert. At least trying to get questions and funny comments.
Yeah,
Oh, no,
Michael Sharp just
he's
came
very
in.
busy. He's very busy putting words in my mouth.
Oh yeah, Michael Sharp just came in a little while ago, so I want to say hello to him and everybody in chat.
Hi,
Hello,
Michael Sharp.
glad to see you. Michael Sharp's got it going on down there in Florida, and going to do some good down there.
Yeah,
He is.
I
And
hear
wait.
he's a reptile lover too. So
And
I,
Robert, look at Kaylin Strain. Kaylin Strain is saying sorry to me once again. She's been apologizing to me all weekend long. Kaylin, you didn't do anything wrong. You keep apologizing to me.
all right, so Yossi wanted us to clarify that. So there is secret seed gladiator challenges that happen throughout the season, and you are not supposed to know what that seed is until it comes to fruition. And Jeff sniffed the roots of the plant,
Which there is going to be. That's going to be the very first challenge that actually comes out this year is the secret seed. And if anyone dares to be root sniffing,
yeah.
because you can tell a plant by how its roots smell. Like if it's a mint, you're going to be able to tell it's a mint.
There was a video we did last year. We were pulling up the cucumbers, and I go, "Oh wow, you can really smell the cucumber." And Gina goes, "Oh, shh, you're going to get us suspended."
Little things like that stack up, little bits of knowledge, and Grow Something with Jeff taught us about that. Okay, even though it's a cheating thing for this, you should go to his channel, introduce yourself, and look through some of his old videos from Shed Wars last year or whatever. And you can find it there. You can find where he actually admits that he cheats.
yes,
Okay.
Yep.
Yes.
And I talked to John about that, and he had to come down on his boy. I didn't think that he would.
I suspended him for that.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
Now, Grow Something with Jeff, he teaches a lot about hydroponics. He's good at in-ground gardening, but he also teaches hydroponics.
Yeah.
Now, I love to see the different ways people are growing. I like things. Now, see, to me, don't take it the wrong way, but I have watched so much content for gardening over the years before we even started Shed Wars. I've done so much of it that to me it's boring almost. Okay, I mean, you put it in the ground, it grows, you make food. Okay, that's great. But the unusual ways of gardening is what I love to learn. Hydroponics, aquaponics, the different things, growing inside, growing things that you're not supposed to grow, be able to grow, pushing the zone, like David the Good says, you push the zone. I love seeing like Louis Master Mateo up there in Canada. He's growing.
It's Louis Marshmallow.
That's you, and you making fun of my people again.
Master.
He's got turmeric, and ginger growing, amongst other things. Those are tropical plants, and he's got them inside his house growing. I do the same thing.
In Canada.
When I had my greenhouse going, that's what I had a bunch of it. I gave lots of it away. I gave away so many turmeric and ginger plants and many other things, and put it in other people's hands. And you know what? When everything burned up in my greenhouse, because yes, I make mistakes, and I killed everything that I had in there. It made me feel good that I had shared out so much of that stuff, because it keeps going. And they've offered to give me back starts of it and everything. And so, we give and we take, and that's how you make it in life. You help each other out. But it's going to be awesome seeing him up there pushing the zone in Canada, growing everything. Who's leaving?
Kenny and Angie.
Angie and Kenny.
And actually, so I dropped a link in the chat. I'm going to do it again. And this is to Courtney, one of our fellow Shed Wars warriors. She's having an after party starting at 12. And I would love for everybody to go over there and at least say hello.
Yeah, we're going to go hang out with Courtney, do the Shed Wars thing.
And I figured we could give ourselves a little intermission to check the plumbing, heat up some coffee, and maybe go grab some more pizza.
Oh, man. And I ain't had anything to eat.
Oh,
I have not had it. And it's 15 till 11. Good Lord. I got to get something to eat.
So perfect intermission time then.
For me, it's 11:42, and I could use an intermission time, and then we're going to go see Courtney.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
let's do that.
Anything else that needs to be said, captains, or chat? Any questions before I close it out?
Oh, Lord, if there's anything else that needs to be said, let John say it. I'm tired of talking.
No, I'm good on my part. Chris, Gina, thank you so much for
thank you.
hosting the after party. Guys, I hope we answered as many questions as possible. Forgive my sarcasm, but through experience, sometimes a little sarcasm needs to
I love the analogy, John. I really do. If you can eat it,
be.
if you can eat a toilet, weigh it before you eat it.
That's right, and eat the stinking thing. But I'd love to see that.
And you've got our emails. Anybody out there with questions or comments, please send us your email.
Please don't email me if ants count. Please.
So,
yeah.
I don't see anything coming through. Just some, comments.
Okay, so I'm gonna head off. I'm gonna go check the plumbing. I'm gonna get myself a refreshment, and I will see you guys at Courtney's. Thank you so much, Chris and Gina.
Yep. Thank you.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Let's do it and get ready.
So Ragnarok, what do you mean by scales, buddy?
As long as it weighs, you're good.
Just make sure it's an accurate scale. We had some people last year that had some controversial scales. They're pretty cheap. You can get one pretty cheap, even at a flea market.
Even Amazon, like $12.
Yep. Just make sure it's calibrated and accurate. That's all we ask of you.
Weigh your food and have good scales. You ain't got to have gold-plated scales. They just got to be able to tell the right thing. And we even had people that were guessing, at how much weight they had.
Yeah.
And that's 10 pounds.
Yeah, we had one that would say, "Oh, well, there's at least 60 pounds in this basket," and they wrote down 60 pounds. If they,
Yeah.
do the right things.
Yeah.
And
Ragnarok, I think what did we type in? Farmer scale?
No, just veggie scale.
Veggie scale.
On Amazon, you'll find them for under $20.
yeah, I mean scales.
Here's
People
one.
ought to be able to get a decent scale. And if it's too much of a thing to ask, then don't worry about it. Just let us know. Send me an email. Says, hey, I can't get a scale, so I'm out of Shed Wars. It's like, okay, we'll see you. Whatever. I'm not going to worry about it.
Yeah.
People,
Well, even John has a $5 one that has a hook scale, and that's what he uses, and hooks up a Demula's bag or a grocery bag to it to weigh his stuff.
Yeah.
So,
It doesn't take much. And
Yeah.
so, yeah, let's shut down. Thank you very much for hosting
you,
our party. Thanks for having me up here. And John the Bobber, appreciate you having us up here and trashing your place.
We appreciate everything you do for this community.
Team Aquarius for the win.
That's right. Team Aquarius this year.
We're gonna rock. We're gonna rock. Y'all be good.
All right, everyone in the chat, we're going to leave you with a cosmic exit, and we hope to see you over at Courtney's place. The link is in there.
I can't even say it. Wide Family Farm.
Wide Family Farm. Wonderful people over there. Peace, love, and happiness. We'll see you later.